I can't believe they turned it down. I was really shocked. You must be talking about that linchpin life. Hey, what's going on, y'all? We got another story time for you. I'm super excited about this, okay? Now, before I get started with my story, I do want you to hit that like, that subscribe, hit that bell, okay? Also, share this with someone. It might be a great inspiration to them. As you know, our whole goal here at the Linchpin Bunch, Inc. is to help you grow, all right? Bingo. Now, it's an interesting story that I want to tell you because I was watching Shark Tank the other night, and I really liked that show. And I thought to myself, you tried to pitch this same idea almost, what was it, 2002, 2001? Hey, you've been watching the videos. Obviously, you know we love talking about stocks, we love trading, we love investing, right? So why don't you just join the team? You can do it by just making sure you get one of these t-shirts, okay? Everybody versus Wall Street. Go and get it today on our website, thelinchpinbunchinc.com. Well, so what happened in 2000? AI was still playing basketball, the answer, you know, Allen Iverson. Tyler Perry was still doing plays, city after city, and he hadn't had a movie out yet, I don't believe. Morgan Freeman still looks the same. Y2K had just passed and we weren't destroyed. We're still here, isn't that crazy? Man, 2000 was something else. Steve Harvey still had hair. Whoa, that's a long time ago. Well, I remember pitching that. That's before Shark Tank even existed, okay? Let me tell you the story. When I was young and I was in radio, I was always excited about doing something different. I was kind of a guy that was probably ahead of his time in terms of what he was thinking about, right? I was thinking that reality shows were going to be huge. People's real lives. I really did think that. So I got this idea. I remember I was at the radio station and I was playing music and I pulled my seat back. I rolled back like I do when you get off the mic. You know, you're on the mic and you take the next song coming on. You know how DJs do, right? And I backed up and then I said, man, I want to pitch this show. So I started writing it down on paper, and I had an idea. It's called The Next CEO. That's what it ended up being called. That's what I called it anyway. So I came up with this concept, and what I thought about, and these are the people I thought about, right? I said, I want people who have businesses that need help financially. I want them to be able to go on stage in front of people that have money, okay? Now, at the time, my go-to, I had to have on my show Magic Johnson, okay? He was number one. That was Magic Johnson, P. Diddy. Definitely wanted him on the show because I felt like he was a well-respected individual. And then Bob Johnson of BET because I thought he had a lot of money. Okay, that was my only thing. Okay, because he had sold BET for about $3 billion at the time. So in my mind, he could help people. Now, I was excited. All right, I'm gonna talk about another person who's actually on Shark Tank, who I did think about as well. But he wasn't on my mind when I first started. It was just black people. Okay. All right. So the goal was they were going to come on the show. They were going to tell about their business and why their business deserves money from these rich three. Okay. And I was like, this is a great idea. So I told all my friends, I was like, hey, I'm excited. I got this television concept, Next CEO. We're going to find the next CEO. It's going to be huge. I'm going to blow up. I'm going to be popular. Everybody's going to love me. I'm going to be a TV producer. Okay. So I get on the plane. I book my flight and everything to go to LA. I did that first before I even contacted Dick Clark Productions. I contacted Dick Clark Productions. I told them that I had an idea and I wanted to pitch it. They said, cool, we'd like to meet with you in the office. So I Did all of that, got on the plane, went out to Los Angeles. Dick Clark Productions was in Burbank, California, okay? Beautiful. I'm a little country boy. I ain't really been to many places just yet. I'm still fairly young, you know. And so I was sitting there like, man, I see why people move out here. Look at all of this. Burbank was just beautiful. So I go there, I hand them the stuff, I give them my portfolio, and I tell them my concept, and I leave. I get there, I'm excited. I'm like, I know they're gonna pick up this idea. The next CEO, that's gold. Gold. I go home, get back to Dallas, I'm there. Takes them about 2.5 weeks to respond. They don't call me. They don't pick up the phone and say, hey, Antonio, here's what we decided. No, they sent me a letter. And the letter basically said, thank you for your time, thank you for the opportunity, but nah, we passed. We don't think, we don't think that'll work. You know what discouragement feels like. Listen, I done bought my mama a house. I done bought my sister a house. I done bought my cousin a house. I done wrote a letter to my boss to tell him I'm resigning. No, it ain't gonna happen, okay? So I'm sad a little bit. I'm disappointed. So I started thinking, I was like, okay, never mind, whatever. I'm gonna just go on with my life. I got a good radio show. I'm gonna just continue to do that. Time passed by and I go like, no, man, this is a great idea. Somebody this needs to be on TV. People giving money to people's businesses that got great business concepts and ideas. It's like, nah. But I was in Dallas. Guess who's in Dallas? He sold broadcast.com, got $1 billion and bought the Mavericks. His name, Mark Cuban. Well, at the time, Mark Cuban was this type of guy that was bragging about always answering his emails. Emails was fairly brand new at this time. And he was a guy who I answered my emails. So guess what I did? I emailed him. And he had a show on at the time. It was called The Benefactor. I saw the show and I was looking at the show and I was like, The Benefactor? A show with a billionaire and you got people in the house that try to get your attention?
Do not waste my time.
No, Mark, you a businessman. You need people in front of you pitching ideas. That's exactly what my mind thought. So I emailed him. I said, Mark, I know you're on The Benefactor and that's good, but that don't fit you, man. I got a concept. It's called The Next CEO. You need to check it out. It's a show centered around people pitching you ideas about their businesses and you decide which ones you want to fund. That's what I emailed that to him. Obviously, he never responded. So that's cool. I'm all right with that. So, I just move on with my life. And sometime years later, guess what happens? Shark Tank comes on. Yep. Guess who ends up on the show? Mark Cuban. Now, it's a funny story to me, right? Because the show's been on the air for about 10 or 12 years, at least that's what I think. And I thought about that before that show even existed. And I was thinking to myself, I wanted to share this story with someone because maybe that happened to you, right? I'd love for you to come on here with me and let's have a conversation about your idea that you pitched back in the day before social media existed, before all the stuff where you can easily just get stuff to people, right? They had a lot of gatekeepers back then. If somebody said, no, that's pretty much it. You can go here, you can go there, but there's only a few places you can go. But maybe you pitched a story idea before it existed, and maybe it's on the air right now. Maybe you put a song out that before that song was hot, and now it's hot today. I'd love to have you as a guest on our platform to tell your story, your version of what happened, right? Now, I'm just gonna simply say this. The thing I'm trying to tell you is, the whole point of this story is never quit. Even when someone tells you no, even when you get turned down, keep going. It doesn't really matter. Because guess what? Now I get a chance to tell you guys what happened in my life and the whole world gets to see it. So I get to share what I did so you can learn lessons from it. You know what I mean? That means a lot to me. So anyway, I hope if this touched your heart and you remember your story and you want to share it, come on our platform. We'd love to see you.